I'm still working. Got the water. Got the water. Got the water. Blah. I'm working. I'm working, brothers and sisters.
Do you trust me with your life? Are you afraid of me? Look, y'all. This shit real. Put this bitch on the news. This is my house. I own all this shit. Put this shit on the news. I'll pull my dick out on this motherfucker. Put this shit on the news.
All right, family, so listen. What you just saw was Dr. Umar and young Pharaoh, two of the most known members of the conscious community, okay? They both travel, they both speak, they both create content, and they both are considered leaders in our community, okay? So, of course, you're seeing them both pour fluids on themselves, and I wanted to put that in here because it's really crazy to me. I really think something's going on with the conscious community. I think that something's going on that the government may be trying to distract us, and they're using the members of the conscious community to do so, or using some type of technology or something. Because it's just, I don't know, man. My mind normally don't work like this. I'm normally not so much into conspiracy theories, but goodness gracious, it's like from polite to the allegations with him concerning the 14-year-old girl, to young Pharaoh now with apparently they said he did mushrooms, okay? And then of course this is what you're seeing come from him, and then you've got Dr. Umar, who's always outside of his school, never really in it. They believe he's on something, and he's outside at 1 o'clock in the morning, pouring water on his head, saying he's working. Unreal. TKO Capone, his wife murdered someone this week. These are all people who are well known in this community now. Tasha K, looks like she's gonna be getting in some trouble about over R. Kelly, over having someone on the inside, having an informant on the inside of the prison, giving her information. Seems like all these people are being talked about. All conscious community stuff. It's like every day I wake up, I'm seeing something. So anyway, I wanted to like go through this video and talk about it. I'm gonna tell you straight up, what I do see is that as far as young Pharaoh, I think the people around him are a problem because they're not telling him that he's a problem, so to speak. But we're gonna get into it, and I'm gonna break this down and kind of show you guys, well, I guess we'll just talk about it. Let's do it.
I'm still working. Got the water. Got the water. Got the water. Blah. I'm working. I'm working, brothers and sisters. Getting ready for your festival, your block party, your coming out show.
Listen. You see this no caller ID keep calling, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, didn't I just get off the phone with Waka Flocka, right?
FaceTime.
The rapper, right? FaceTime, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just told Waka Flocka just told me he believed in aliens, right? I just told Waka Flocka I shot him in his head 10 times. Didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I told him that.
Mm-hmm.
I told him that.
Listen, y'all. If y'all don't know young Pharaoh, this is not even his face. Like the way his face moves, the way he holds his face, even when he's serious, this is not his face. Okay. Now I've seen this before, and I've seen this a lot of times when people actually take mushrooms. I've had this happen, not to me, but to what I thought was a friend of mine before. Let me just explain it like this, family. So your memories, all the traumas that you've been through, your background, your teachings, the things that you think about all the time, the things that you spend time in, all those things always exist in your brain. They really don't go away. And so what happens is when you think you've forgotten memories or forgotten traumas and things like that, what happens is like muddy water. The dust kind of settles to the bottom, but it's still there. And if you drop a rock or something or stir it, you'll see the sediment begins to rise to the top, and you'll start experiencing the debris again. So this is kind of what it's like when you take mushrooms. It definitely does unlock your brain. It kind of changes your DNA. It can make you more so lean to different parts of your brain, different parts of thinking, things that you've been dousing yourself in. So he's a person who definitely is into conspiracy theories, things like that. Now, and my friend was too. And listen, family, you can kind of see the truth come out, because what happens is we wear a mask every day, and so we learn to hide our traumas and hide how we really think. So a lot of times we're lying constantly about who we truly are, what we really think, especially about the people that we care about. we lie to them all the time, because while they may be doing some things that we don't necessarily agree with, we don't tell them because we don't want to ruin the relationship. So I had a friend who always said that he didn't have a problem with me posting pictures. I post a lot of pictures. He always said he didn't have a problem. Now, people would always say, Kevin, you gay, you pretty, you like looking at yourself because you post pictures. He'd say, Kevin, I have no problem with your pictures, let him hate. But once he took shrooms, I was gay for taking pictures. You see what I'm saying? And all these things began to surface that he thought of me after he took shrooms. And you can see his face move different. You can see him act totally different. The conspiracy theories that he used to research and read all the time, you could see that they actually had more control over him. You see what I'm saying? Like, he actually was thinking stuff was real. He thought he was gonna be sacrificed, and he actually did videos to try to ruin my name after it. I've seen it happen. And so I'm seeing the same thing happen right now, honestly, with young Pharaoh. He's fell out with his friend Ace. They were tight. Everywhere they went together. And young Pharaoh's making videos saying, I think he's actually a police. Young Pharaoh actually probably thought this the whole time, or had those type of thoughts lying dormant in his mind, because Ace has worked for the prison industry before, and I think he's been in the military and all this type of stuff. And so whenever you out here trying to wake people up, we always have these fears that people could infiltrate. So these things are surfacing with him too. And then of course he thought his life was on the line. And as you guys watch this video, you will see a lot of this coming out, because many of us think our lives are on the line, because we've seen this happen to other world leaders. You see, so and we say things and we challenge people in ways that's not the norm, and we know it goes against the social norm and the thinking. And we know a lot of this stuff raises aggression and anger in people, and hate and hostility, and we get death threats. So these are all reasons we feel like this. Okay, not to mention the patterns that we saw in life. All right, so let me just hit play so you guys can continue the video.
Where is it going?
And I told him I shot him in the face with the shotgun. I told him that. Didn't I tell him that?
Yes, you did, baby. You
No games.
Now, no games. Now listen, now this shows that he's from he's from Buffalo, New York, so he probably grew up rough, and he did. I think he went through a lot of homes as a child. He's had to be tough to protect himself. And when you live in these type of environments, guys, tough and committing acts of violence becomes badges of honor. So these are things you say to appear tough, and the people around you, they actually approve of these type of behaviors. So you begin to believe that acting this way is a good thing, right? A positive thing, or some kind of way it contributes to your manhood, right? And so this is why I see this coming up out of him. Not that he actually did this, but it took him back to a state and vibration to where these things seem cool. And it's coming out of him, all right? It's coming out of him because it never left, simply, all right? Watch, family.
No games. No games. No games. I used to be from Guilford and Shadyville. Gang! Didn't I tell him that? Now. This is not a movie. This shit real. This shit real. I used to be Lil Fee from Guilford and Shadyville. 402 niggas. Now I'm back. Now I'm back. Listen, white people back here, these kids. And they back kids up. And they lying about it on the news. Facts. But the white people I'm around right now, they good. They good. But I'm calling all black people up here right now, the two Circle, Katy, Texas.
He literally gave his address out online, family. You can't tell me this man is not tripping on something, okay? He's got a lot going through him right now, and this is what you're seeing. So everyone wants to point fingers and judge. You know, I find it amazing how we say only God can judge me, but then we turn around and judge everyone else. And I want to tell you guys something. These guys are not to be judged, to be honest with you. When you see these leaders, okay, behaving this way, it is not for us to point fingers at them and judge them in observance of them. It's actually for us to observe ourselves and point fingers at ourselves, because these leaders do not create themselves. I really wish we understood that every leader that has ever rose to power did nothing but rise through our collective consciousness. There was something that we were missing, some type of trauma that we were experiencing that made these people leaders. Do you understand? Take Adolf Hitler, for instance, right? He had to be voted into power. He had many men around him helping him contribute these acts. And believe me, many Jews were killed before Hitler was seen as wrong. He did this for years before he was seen as wrong. And with that many people telling you that you're not wrong, how would you know that you're not wrong? Or how would you know that you're wrong? You understand? So a lot of times you have these people who believe in these leaders telling them exactly what they want to hear to make them feel like they are right. Probably having as much animosity or hate as that person's experience in that time that led them to their bias or their decisions. Do you understand? And believe me, a lot of Germans had to be killed to get to Hitler as well, because a lot of them stood for it. So when we look at one person and say this one person is evil, this one person is bad, we have to look at the collective consciousness, because the only reason those people are in power is because of the collective consciousness. They wouldn't be where they are if we weren't who we are. So please understand, family, it is not for us to judge them. It's for us to judge ourselves and say we are the persons. We are responsible for these people being in power. So what do we do about it? We have to change us. You change you, you'll have new leaders. Do you understand? This is not, and many of you are saying, well, he needs to be punished. He needs to be punished. We come from this Western worldview, and then of course it theorizes in the theology, of course, is based in religion, where God punishes and God convicts and does all these things. But life is not necessarily about being punished. It's about having an opportunity to see yourself change and grow. And that's what I'm hoping that happens here, is that young Pharaoh will be able to look at himself, how he was acting here, and be able to make the necessary changes so that it doesn't happen again. That's what life is about. It's not about him getting his just due or punishment for anything that comes out of him in these instances. It's actually for us to look at it and see ourselves in it. You see what I'm saying? And say, honestly, the reason that he's a leader is because of his background. A lot of people connect with him and his background and gone through what he's gone through, so they understand what he's going through. And this is why a lot of times you don't see people leave their leaders when they act a certain way. You don't see them abandon their leadership because they act a certain way. It's because they see themselves in them. So believe me, family, no person makes their own leaders. Okay, we don't like our own photos. We don't like our own videos. We don't follow ourselves. You have to figure out why you're following us and why you guys created us to be a leader. Okay, and this is how you better understand yourself. See, when we're pointing fingers out, judging, it tells us nothing of us. And I really think we should start focusing on the creator of the drama rather than the drama itself. And the person in front of you is the drama itself. The person behind you, the soul behind your eyes, that is the creator of the drama. And too many times we're judging the drama and not the creator of the drama. All right, I'll continue.
You black, come to, no, wait a minute. I'm sorry, excuse me. If you black, come to my house right now. This shit is not as real. This shit real, right? Mm-hmm. This shit real, right? This shit real. Listen. Look at it. Let me show y'all how real this shit is. Let me show y'all how real this shit is. Do you trust me with your life? Are you afraid of me? Look, y'all. This shit real. Put this bitch on the news. This is my house. I own all this shit. Put this shit on the news. I'll pull my dick out on this motherfucker. Put this shit on the news. White people back these kids. But not the ones that I'm around. I need everybody at 211 for a wild doom circle. Now I'm scared for my motherfucking life. Bitch, I'm afraid for my life. I got a knife.
That wasn't fake, y'all. That's not fake. He really is afraid for his life right here. You understand?
I don't got my gun. My bodyguard took my gun.
See how upset he is when he says this? He's convinced of this, family. In this moment, he's convinced of this. He's hurting, he's angry, and nobody's telling him, at least the closest people to him are telling him that he's wrong. This is the dangerous part. This is why I say we must always judge ourselves, not the leaders, okay? The leaders rise through our collective consciousness. There is a reason that we held these people up in high regard. What is it about us that makes us follow people and follow the people that we choose to follow?
My bodyguard, Ace Heru. He took my gun last night. Now, I don't know if it was for the better or for worse, but I looked that man in his eyes, and I told him I trusted him with my life. Didn't I? Told him I trusted him with my life. And I've done nothing but right by that man. But I ain't got no gun. So everybody come here, he will confirm I don't got a gun because he took the motherfucker and it was his gun. I don't carry no gun. It's his gun. It was to protect myself. All I got is a knife. Don't come here on no bullshit. Call shit.
So he gives his address out and then says he's not armed. You see what I'm saying? It's not wise. And right now, someone should have taken his camera from him, to be honest with you. Like, it may be live. I'm not sure if it was filmed live first, but they should have talked over him, something. You understand? Or they should have said, listen, y'all, do not come over here, you know?
Wait, this is who I want to come to my house. Let me be specific. This is who I want to come to my house. I'm not moving. I want Waka Flocka to come to my house. And I want Waka Flocka to bring whoever he trusts with him to my house. That's who I want to come first. Waka Flocka. That's who I want to come first. Now, let's do this.
So he gave his whole address, but he only wants one person to come, Waka Flocka, and bring whoever Waka Flocka feels comfortable with bringing. This is what I'm saying, guys. He wasn't in his right mind right here. This is not how this person normally moves. You understand? So the next scene, I'm just going to let you guys watch this one. He's going to be asking a lot of things that's just rambling off out of his mind right now. And just watch the people around him. They continuously agree with him. And this is one of the major problems I see, is agreeing with this, okay? Now, watch. Now, and it happens because when we create content, family, what happens is you guys enjoy the content, but then what you guys do is y'all give a bunch of compliments. You're great. You changed my life. You can do no wrong. You're a God. You're a king. And all of this stuff goes to the minds of the people who create the content. Do you understand? So the more you do that, the less you can tell them that they're wrong or that you don't agree. And so now when you don't agree, they get upset with you. And then you're fearful that you're going to lose the relationship with them. So now you cater to their ego and you say everything that makes them feel okay so they can keep you around. But you actually are a detriment to this person. You should be willing to tell the truth, even if it risks losing your relationships, but always speak the truth. Take the mask off, family. We only hurting each other with these masks. You don't have to say truth in hate. Say it in love, but don't lie, family. If somebody asks you if something okay or if it sounds right, if you don't believe it sounds right or okay, speak the truth, family. Stop lying to people. Because this man is obviously afraid. He's lost his pages. He's lost his livelihood as far as social media is concerned. And he was making great money off of there, okay? He's lost that. It's almost $60,000 a month he's lost, okay? His relationships ended with his wives. They all arguing online, so he feels hurt. They feel hurt. All this stuff is happening to him right now. Do you understand? So to have a humongous page and to lose it all, to lose access to all those people, you understand? And then to be getting judged at the same time, you know, all this stuff is really heavy and can weigh on a person, family. All right, so that's why I keep saying, if we judge, we could be making it worse. We should try to see ourselves in it and offer help. Obviously, he needs help. You understand? So, again, family, I'm going to let you guys hear this next little clip, and you'll see what I'm saying, okay? Just these things are easily not okay, but the people talking to him won't just say that. Watch.
I don't put my hands on females. All I ask is that y'all listen the first time and y'all follow orders when I say something. Because you could cost me my life, you could stress me out, make me have a stroke, anything. Am I wrong?
No.
Am I wrong? Okay, so
This part is especially funny to me just because how he looks back at the camera and he just go, I swear at that point, he knew he was wrong, but he got to keep that. You know, he got to hold that one. But that's the least of them all. Believe it or not, that's the least egregious thing that he said. Okay, so let me just play it again, and then I'll just let it play.
all I ask is that y'all listen the first time and y'all follow orders when I say something. Because you could cost me my life, you could stress me out, make me have a stroke, anything. Am I wrong?
No.
Am I wrong? Okay, so they come into Otten Records. As long as they ain't do no pedophile shit, right? That's fair?
That's fair.
Long as they ain't snitch or do no pedophile shit, they can come to Otten Records. Any black actors who don't really want to be actors, long as they ain't do no pedophile shit or snitch, they could come. Now, if they did it, but they did it against their will, they still could come only on the terms and conditions that they tell who made them did it. That's
Now he's talking about he's telling white people to let all the black people out of prison. If they're a murderer, he's just gonna put them in his army, okay? And if they've done other acts that he don't want to release them for, he gonna put them in his own prisons, but he wants them to hold on to the inmates until he can build the prisons. And then next he has a record label. So he's saying all these people gonna come to Otten Records, all the people who are rapping or performing or doing any type of act under a contract of any type of entertainment, sports and all. He goes through all of this, and of course, just this is what's in his mind, okay, right now. And then
that they tell who made them did it. That's fair, right? And we punish their ass according to the law. And everybody watch. And everything we do from this point on, we put it on the news. So everybody know I'm not capping, and we know y'all not capping. Fair? And y'all gonna put everything I say on all y'all news networks until I get Otten News Network up and running, and then I could represent myself on my own platform. But until then, y'all gonna let me speak my truth the way I want to speak it on y'all platform. That's fair?
That would be nice.
Anything else that I should add before this live stream ends?
That was well said, Pharaoh.
Okay, now, I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but I'm going to ask you. Do you think it's wrong if I say if another police officer comes to my house, like the first one, not the second two or the third one, but if another police officer comes to my house in the middle of the night telling me to come outside without giving me a valid reason, is it safe to say that I should assume he's here to take my life and treat him like I would treat any enemy? Okay, so any police that would like to contact me, here's protocol. Put that shit on the news first, that you would like to contact me, and ask for my permission to call my phone on the news. Whenever white people want to talk to me, y'all talk to me on the news. My secretary will see it. Matter of fact, this is what y'all do. White people, whenever y'all want to contact me, y'all put it on the news. That y'all have, you don't even got to say what it's about. Just say, put it on the news. Say, we want to have a conversation with, we would like to make contact with the leader of our nation. Please have your assistant contact me. Whether my assistant is who she is now or somebody in the future, I will have my assistant contact you. You will tell me exactly what the fuck it is you want, because you're not talking to me directly. You will tell that woman exactly what the fuck it is you want, and we will talk through my assistant. That's fair, right?
Yes.
That was a completely unreasonable request. But when he asked her, was it fair? What did she say? That's fair. Come on, y'all. Hang on.
Why would you delete that paper? I didn't say nothing for you to delete. All I did was tell you I felt like this nigga was a rat. You brought home a bunch of rats. And you've been lying in my face this whole time talking about the paperwork was fake. Nigga, who the fuck you know? Who the fuck you know? My paperwork ain't fake. I'm fighting the case in Buffalo, New York right now. That they better fucking drop.
And so this video, he bounces around from subject to subject, and this kind of lets you know that he's not usually who he is in his mind. This normally don't happen with him. You see what I'm saying? And shrooms can do this to you, family. And it can actually be on you for days. Sometimes people don't actually get back right. So I want to say, be careful, you guys out here who are experimenting and stuff like that. Like, really be careful, family. I always say it's about how you go into it. These things are not recreational. And the dosage and all that stuff needs to be taken into careful consideration. Y'all be trying to have a lot of fun and like, dude, gnarly up, let's do some shrooms. Like, come on, y'all, it's not about that, man. And I'd hate to see you guys continue to keep on, exploring and experiment with these things, but potentially not be using them in a right way, in a healthy way, and you end up messing yourself up. So, guys, please be careful with what you're doing, what you're taking, and I'll play the rest of the video, family.
Give me my fucking money that I asked for. Now. Before the price start going up. Period. And this Buffalo, New York shit right now, just give me a Buffalo, New York. Oh, I want, matter of fact, since y'all didn't take me, I want 100 million from Buffalo, New York. I want 100 million from Buffalo, New York. And since YouTube's still playing with my bag, I want 200 million from YouTube. Now, that's 300 million. That's even. I like to be balanced. 3. Would you agree? Mm-hmm. Triangle, pyramid. So, let me put this beautiful goddess back on the phone. Beautiful goddess. Do you trust me with your life?
Yes.
Do you?
Honestly, Pharaoh, you shouldn't trust her with yours. They shouldn't trust you with theirs, but you shouldn't trust her with yours. Or the other goddess talking to you, because they're agreeing with you when they should not agree with you. Not right now in your current state of mind. They should not be agreeing with you. This happened to me before, man. Like, I've had women get mad at me and try to go online and say things about me, so I know what you're experiencing. But when you gave your address out, you had these new people come to your home, and you still having new women come to your home. And I want you to understand something, man. Like, now when it happened to me, what I did is I went dormant. I stopped hanging around people, period, because I know the risk is there for somebody to talk and keep on lying on you. And so I just kind of just separated myself from everybody because I didn't know who to trust. I feel like maybe you invited people to your home because you wanted people around you because you felt unsafe. But I want to tell you, man, because of who you are, you're going to always have to watch your friends and who you keep around you, because you don't know who's around you really for motive. And they may seem really genuine at first, but trust me, man. Trust me. Okay? It don't always turn out like that. And so just protect yourself and know that people will talk about you and people will lie on you too. Just make sure you don't put yourself in the position to be lied on. Don't do anything don't let your good be evil spoken of necessarily. You know what I mean? Like, don't be in places you shouldn't be. But just know that people are always going to talk when they don't get their way. And we all on the outside know this. You know what I mean? So don't let it get to you too hard. I know this has been a really rough couple of weeks for you. But just know, man, you got people in your corner. You got people rooting for you. All right? I'll continue the video, family. That's just my words to young Pharaoh. You understand? When it comes to Dr. Umar, I don't really know Dr. Umar that well. And I don't really know his the information behind his endeavors. I don't see his accounts, any of that stuff. I do see what all of you guys say. But again, it's not for us to judge. It's for us to ask ourselves, why is this person our leader? Because our leaders don't make us follow them. Every leader that is in power has only came through the collective consciousness of the people who follow them. There is a reason we look up to these people. And that's why we follow them. So when one of our leaders do something, don't judge this leader. Judge yourself, family. I love how we say no God can judge me, but then turn around and judge everybody else, family. Life ain't for you to judge other people. It's for you to judge yourself. Seriously, that person wouldn't be in power if you didn't put them in power. See, if we didn't go through the psychological trauma that we go through, our leaders wouldn't be preachers, athletes, and politicians. People with speeches. Because we like to get talked to. That's what we love. We love to be talked to. Every Sunday we go to get talked to. And every politician prove to us they're going to be a great leader and change things by doing what? Talking before you elect them. We love talkers. We love them. We got to start looking for actions and actually becoming the action ourselves, because we don't need leaders. We just need to do. Do you understand? Let me hit play. I'm gonna try not to talk the rest of the video and let y'all watch the rest of this. The video is getting too long as it is.
I think that is fair if I get 150 from Buffalo for wrongful imprisonment and all that other shit I don't feel like wasting my time in court about. And also YouTube, you feel like that's a fair and we can go our separate ways, right?
I agree with it all.
And what our nation is going to do is we all gonna vlog. Everybody in my motherfucking army gonna vlog their life to prove that we not only not committing crime, but that we're being safe out here, and YouTube gonna make their money and they not gonna play with our bread. That's bad. That's fair, right?
Right.
That's fair. Give me my 300 million. I'm gonna power my businesses with it. My people gonna join my army. We all gonna vlog on YouTube. YouTube, you still gonna make your bitch ass money. Just stop blocking the fucking algorithm with your hoe ass.
Let me see if she said that's fair. Why? I think that's fair. Hang on.
That's fair.
Boom.
Yeah, YouTube, stop blocking the algorithm with your whole ass. I do definitely agree with that. All right? Hang on. This is the end of it right here.
Boom. And everybody get money. The Satanists and the weird motherfuckers and the child traffickers and the rats gotta go. We don't gotta kill the rats. You feel me? But I need to know who the fuck I can and cannot trust either with my life, with the secret around my children. That's fair, right? Do you feel I've left out anything else that's important and critical to say right now?
Just like, not at the moment. There's going to be a lot more to talk about, but I think you covered most of the bases.
Leave me the fuck alone. I live in my bank. I work in my bank. I work in my bank. I be in my backyard, in my pool, in my jacuzzi. Leave me the fuck alone. The military is obligated to protect my bank. I'm over here with my rear general and my major. I'm saying it's official. The paperwork coming soon.
All right, family. So, anyway, I encourage young Pharaoh. I encourage Dr. Umar. We're going to wait and see what happens with this polite situation. I don't know what's going on with the Tasha K thing. I don't even know. I wouldn't consider it part of the conscious community. It's just funny that all this happened in the same week, or weird, I should say. Alarming. I should say peculiar, right? I should say peculiar. All right. I will try to keep you guys informed on more of the story following TKO's wife, I think Diamond, on the murder, and everything that ensues around that. So I'll stay with you guys. All right. It's been a crazy week, family. All right. If something go crazy with me and you see me pouring water on myself for talking crazy, get me some help, family. It's not me. It's somebody with this. Somebody done did something. It ain't me though. All right, family. Be evolution. Be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it's in that chaos that you find yourself. Peace.